Peace, everyone. I hope y'all are doing well, that you are enjoying your summer. It's definitely been a hot one where I'm at, but I've been enjoying the shade and the occasional breeze, staying hydrated. So today I made a cold pressed green apple juice with some ginger. So I also utilize the scaler to basically blast out this plasma. It's like a electrical impulse into the fruits and the water and the juices, which is basically all just water, with this, and that clears out PFAs, it purifies the water. So this has been a very powerful tool. Although the fruits that I receive are organic and come from places that utilize healthy practices as far as growing food goes and growing fruits goes, despite the fact that we do things that are healthy for us, our environment still has a lot of toxicity in it. That's why I utilize the scaler. There is many different practices that can help you stay healthy. Another thing that has been helping me stay cool is the breathing exercises. I was practicing a breathing exercise and a meditation, and I was smelling smoke. So it kind of flashed me back to last summer, where that really affected me. Like, the fire season last summer was really intense for me. I grew up in the East, in New Jersey, and there I never really experienced wildfires. It wasn't something that I paid much mind to, but when I moved west, it seemed to me that it was pretty normal for people to experience that here. When I realized that that was a part of the experience here where I've been, I just had to adjust, but I also became very aware of my community and the wellness of my community. I became more aware of my environment. I had a deep sense of empathy for the beings that were living in the forest, because I have this luxury to turn on a faucet or to go buy some fruits or get in my car and drive somewhere and get the nourishment that I need. A lot of the birds and the deer and all these beings out here didn't necessarily have that same luxury, and I wasn't sure if they were receiving the nourishment that they needed. Aside from that, they didn't have the shelter from all that smoke, and it was hard for me to even go outside of where I was at in my home, and even within my home, as sheltered as it was, I was still experiencing that smoke inside of my home. Air purifiers were necessary for a lot of people, but these animals and these beings, they didn't have access to that. I became very sensitive to this awareness. I felt really bad. I felt very concerned in a way. Although it was a negative experience where, I'm breathing in smoke, I'm feeling empathy for beings who don't have the same access to resources as I do, and I'm becoming more aware of these things. It was also a positive experience because it deepened my connection, my sense of respect for the elements, my sense of respect for the earth and for myself, truly. I have been really practicing seeing myself as one with my environment. From a place where you don't necessarily look at life that way. Throughout that practice, I have deepened my relationship to the world around me as a part of me, right? And although that is always a reality, or that is always present, it's not always in our awareness as we move throughout the day. Having this deep respect for the earth and having this care really brought more value into my life. I felt more connected, more realized in my connection to everything around me, and I'm very grateful for that. to be able to see the water and to recognize the power of the water, to see the roots and to really care for them, to water them, and to give more love, more loving awareness to all that surrounds it. The way that our environment has been compromised, and how that can affect our mental health, how that can affect our physical health. For example, if our air is full of toxins or sprays, or there's these frequencies that are not in alignment with our bodies, they're not harmonious frequencies that allows us to thrive as beings, as the environment, then of course we're going to experience some level of suffering or some level of deterioration, whether it be mentally, on a cellular level, right? So these are good things to be aware of, because although we have much control over ourselves in our life to be able to experience wellness, there are a lot of things that are out of our control that may or may not be affecting us. And a lot of times they truly do affect the way that we think, right? So what do we do about those things that we don't necessarily have control over? How can we protect ourselves? How can we take care of ourselves on a day-to-day as to prevent mental illness and prevent physical illness in an environment where people are purposefully disrupting the natural course of things, whether it be for profit or experimentation, things of that nature. So that is very much a reality, and it could be affecting you.
How you feeling? Came into this world, daddy's girl, but mama made a soldier out of me. Mama made me dance, she ain't held my hand. Daddy left with his new family. I cried while I waited, anticipated. Tough girl is what I had to be. My daddy said take care, my mama said watch out. Oh, mama gave me her word, her head held high. My mama said sing, yeah, sing. Her right hand on her Bible, she told me to sing, yeah, sing.
Compassion for oneself is necessary in these times where these things are truly happening, whether it be the way that they are treating the soil to upkeep a business or to combat certain parasites. All of these things that we're trying to fix through chemicals, it has its consequences, and oftentimes I feel as though we suffer as beings as a result, and our environment suffers. So a lot of those things are not your fault, and there are things that we can do to truly protect ourselves and to truly prevent these mental and physical illnesses that arise from this kind of stuff. So plants are amazing. As we all know, we need plants, we need trees in order to exist, in order to breathe on this earthly plane. We need to have that harmonious exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. So if you're living in an environment, which basically we all are, where the atmosphere is compromised, if adding some plants into your environment, whether it be outdoor or indoor, will increase the air quality, and therefore it will increase the way that you're breathing and your quality of life overall, your mental health overall. right? So that's super simple. Let's say you're in an environment where there's a lot of smoke. I feel like it's very essential to have air purifiers, because if you look at those filters after a fire season, you will see all of the black tar and all that stuff, whatever it is, that residue that comes from the smoke, you will see it all in that filter. That would have been filtered all by your lungs if you didn't have that purifier going. So maybe that is an investment that you might want to make as to purify your air. Another thing that you could look into is drinking herbs or incorporating into your life, into the way that you're consuming herbs, fruits, and things of that nature that can help cleanse your body, cleanse your blood, cleanse all of your organs, all of the functions of your body, as to increase your quality of life, increase your quality of air exchange, right? So there are various different kinds of herbs that are really good for the lungs, to purify the lungs, purifying the blood, your kidneys and your liver, your gut overall. So there is so many different remedies that are natural, that aren't chemically based or, lab-made chemicals, that can help assist you with symptoms that you may be experiencing from the atmosphere that has been compromised. Right? Oftentimes we go to these over-the-counter medications to help us with these symptoms, not even realizing that those lab-made chemicals are actually the reason why we're experiencing them, right? So it's like fighting cancer with radiation. So that doesn't really make sense, right? Now, if you're taught to utilize these lab-made chemicals as a remedy to certain ailments of the body, then that just feels normal. You practice this over time. This is something that you learn from childhood. You learned it throughout the years. This was the solution for so long that it feels normal. It feels right. You put faith into that. So I can understand why it would be challenging to try something new, to look into something that is different. When we repeat something over and over again, it can be challenging to move out of that pattern of behavior. So this is just an awareness that I am bringing into the light, that you may be encouraged to try something new and to become aware, at the very least, that there are really potent medicines that have been here for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, that are here for us, that will grow in so much of abundance just by planting one tiny seed. So all it takes is one small seed to grow an abundance of all of these healing herbs, all of these medicines that are in alignment with our well-being. So I pray that this video is helpful in any way. If you enjoyed watching this, then feel free to like the video, share the video, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, where I'll go deeper into these topics. And I really appreciate everyone who's been tapping in. I'm constantly wishing you wellness and praying for wellness for everyone. So peace, enjoy your summer, and have fun.
She ain't hold me, but she taught me and told me just what to do. In trouble, in joy, use your voice, use your voice. Mama taught me how to fight. She taught me how to use the word right. She said, girl, you should know the law. Then I started smoking weed, found that God was all I need. Now my family calls me crazy, but my daddy said take care. My mama said watch out. Oh, mama My mama said sing, yeah, sing.